On the saying, give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to the elect, Lord willing, we some of those men and women that believe and fear the name of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, patiently wait for the day of salvation, ultimately the day of our redemption. Hey, I'm the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson. And this is a great illustration of how there's a difference between the Israelites and the Egyptians, the Montezarianites, the Hamites, right? It is pretty much, there's a difference between us and all the nations, right? Right. The only thing Esau could do is lump us all together because we all got brown skin, right? And you had a lot of our people dwelling in West Africa, Southwest Africa, even East Africa, especially North Africa at a time. And so they associate us with Africa, right? But we ain't Africans, bruh. We are not Hamites. We're not Hamitic. We are Shemitic. We come from Shem, right? Our fact said Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Or our fact said Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, right? That's where we come from. And the Lord put a different spirit on us, man. So I wanted to play this real quick because this is a Hamite club, right? These are totally all them dudes in that room are Hamitic, man. And I noticed something too, and it might be something that comes from the East, but they don't have no women amongst them. Like their women are not lively. Their men are dead. Their spirit is dead. They ain't got no salt. The only thing they have is the brown skin and the kinky, what they call kinky hair, man. But these are Hamites, bro. And this is what they do in their clubs, man. Look at these niggas, man. Totally Hamitic, man. Even these niggas put their clothes on crazy. Cause this ain't what they used to wearing. Like homeboy from Coming to America, the nigga Daryl said from Coming to America, must be a new experience when you wearing clothes and all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a difference between the so-called West Africans and these Hamites, man. Look at this shit. Nigga falling all over each other and shit, bro. Nigga, and it's crazy because see, Jake act like these people. So therefore, ergo, the distinction gets lost, right? Even though we got the salt of the earth, we are the salt of the earth. When you start taking on the customs of these heathens, you're no different. And this is why we got judged. Look at this shit. Salakia. I don't know what the... Yeah, Salakia about that. But yeah, look at this shit, bro. Look how these niggas look, man. Dark and dusty, man. At the same time. These ain't our people, bro. We're not African. I know it stink up in there, man. And then check the comment out. Some Edomite, right? Some Edomite. Hold on. Come on, bruh. Come on, man. This is right here. This Edomite says that shirt explains it all. And then it says everybody laughing because one of the proverbs and bywords they give our people is being monkeys. Right, when you see Jake dancing or congregating in the masses, the first thing you want to call us ape. But you Edomites, you're the closest thing to a fucking ape, man. You're the true ape man, right? But that's just that's the thing. They lump all of us together in all these people, but in reality, these heathens, they ain't suffering like our people are suffering, right? They trying to emulate and imitate Jake, and they can't even do it. But our people, Jake, you take it to the next level, man. Real quick. This is Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai doth put a difference between the Egyptians in Israel, man, right? And the Lord put a difference between us and them, right? And that was, obviously he was talking about when the Heavenly Father, blessed us and didn't bless them heathens, man, that had us in captivity, right? And it was peace where we was at in Goshen, right? But where they was at, they were catching hell, right? These heathens, they look at Jake on TV and they think, oh, I could just put a jersey on and a hat and I'll look cool. Like these niggas really think they look cool, bro. Like these niggas, the dude throwing up a Hamitic gang signs and shit, and still through, man. You do have our people scattered amongst these people. I always like to caveat that, even though we're going in on the heathens, you got Jake scattered amongst these people. But this ain't it. These niggas is through, bro. Look at this shit. Look how dirty these niggas are. Look what the fuck they got on. Dirty ass jeans, some old flip flops. They gonna wear that shit tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. Look at this shit. They got like one chick in there. She bald headed, looking Hermetic boyish through. And then if a bunch of Jakes walked up in there, bro, them niggas they'll stop the party. Cause we ain't these people. There's a difference between us and them. Let me go back to this. Let's go to the AMP. Well, I'm gonna read it right here. The interliner. That word for Egyptian is Matazarium, right? Matazarium, right? Those what you call the Egyptians. Those Sudanese Hamitic monsters, man. These fucking heathens, man. It should be. You should feel some type of way when they compare us to these other nations, man. But the reason why the difference can't be seen is because Jake acting just like the heathens, right? This is in the AMP, but not even a dog will threaten any of the Israelites, whether man or animal, so that you may know without any doubt and acknowledge how Yahweh makes a distinction between Egypt and Israel, man. The Lord put a distinction between us and these Hamites, man. Right? But Esau, he's such a carnal man, he can't see that distinction and difference. He don't even see that these dudes don't even have the same spirit that we got. All he look at is the complexion of our skin. Because you do got Jake that's dark like that, dark brown like that. You do got Jake that's lighter brown, right? But you can tell that these are not the Lord's people right here, right? These you look up that dude that raps named Bang, right? The Sudanese rapper named Bang. He's terrible, bro. I mean, he's completely terrible. But he's so bad, he got an audience, man. Right? He's so terrible, he got an audience, man. But yeah, man, what separates us from these other nations? Let's go to it. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Right? It says, I'm going to start at 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments. This is Moses speaking to our fathers, right? Because he got these laws, statutes, and judgments from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and an understanding people. And the NLT verse 6 says, obey them completely and do so. And we read that again. Obey them completely, and you will display your wisdom and intelligence among the surrounding nations. When they hear all these decrees, they will exclaim, how wise and prudent are the people of this great nation. Right? It says in the KJV verse 7, for what nation is there so great who have the Most High, or the power so nigh unto them, as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for. And in NLT it says, for what great nation has a God as near to them as Yahweh our power is near to us whenever we call them. Because these heathens, their gods are not near them, but they have the creator God. Right? They create them out of thin air, somebody's sick mind, and then they make plaster and water, mix it together, and create an image, put gold and silver overlays on it and shit, and then they give it gifts. And that's what these Hamites are doing. When you see these people, these are the same motherfuckers that had us in captivity, bro, for 400 plus years. Well, for 400 years, right? Because we was there for 430. These are them people, man. Them and the rest of them tall Philistine monsters, man. Right? These ugly ass Hamites, man. Right? These no spirit, no salt. They don't have it. You just look at these people. Look at these people, man. Right, look at these people. Absolutely through. Look at these niggas, man. Just disgusting, man. Look at that forehead, man. Hairline crazy. Haircut crazy. Right? Man, so the Lord put a difference between us and them, man. You can tell. You can tell the difference, man. Right? Jake spots don't look like that. Let's go back to the comments. Someone said, where's the women? And then they said, right. And it says, now, who can't tell the difference between us? Exactly. Esau can't tell the difference. You jakes that all into this Hamite spirit of Africa, right? But you ain't nobody going to Africa. Only people going to Africa, digging up Africa, is Edomites, trying to figure out some more demonic spirits that they can conjure up, that they can use to try to trap the children of the Lord, right? And spread more wickedness on the earth. These people are fucking through, bro. Ham ain't got it, bro. So I just wanted to do a quick lesson, man. You know, you look at these people, man, you can tell that these dudes are heathens, man. But when we start acting like these people, we start taking on their customs and their ways, we become like them. And we become a spot, a blemish in the eyes of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. There's a book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, hear ye the word which Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. Exactly. When the heathen see the chariots, when the heathen see the sun or the moon or something happening in celestial bodies, they start losing their mind, especially when they see the chariots, man. The Lord told us not to learn these people's ways, man. Don't learn their customs. Don't learn their customs and their cultures and their norms, man. Because their norms are abnormal and abominable to Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai, our power. We the only ones on the earth with a real power. We the only ones on the earth with a living God, a living power. He gave us his only begotten son so that we can come back to him and be once again joined back unto him through his son. So we can once again reclaim that title, that place as the sons of the power, Yasher Allah. You see? Ham ain't got it, man. And with that, I'm going to say shalom, I'm on to the next. I'll play this going out.